Good morning, this is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Monday, the 23rd of June. My disclaimer, I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right, so far, the response to this Iran bombing over the weekend has been surprisingly muted. We saw a bit of a breakdown at the open yesterday. It wasn't a great deal. It's come back up. This head and shoulders is still broken down and is still valid, but at the moment, I'm thinking maybe it's just not going to deliver. So in Q again, we saw a lower low there, but this looks more like a bull flag forming than anything else. RTY, we saw a little lower as well, but not much. Again, nothing really happening. I've got to say, I'm surprised. I've seen quite a few conflicts in the Middle East before, and so far this is very, very muted. Okay, YM. Still could be a bull flag breaking up, and this could be a little level bottom. It's DAX. This still looks like a bull flag, and the STX still kind of looks like a bull flag too. So we'll see. Now, there's not an awful lot. Well, obviously, what we're missing from the weekend charts is any RTH action, which we haven't got yet. But really, this looks pretty much the same as it did in the big picture last night. We have seen a full test of the daily middle band on SPX and on the Qs on Friday. And at the moment, we're not going to be breaking below that at the open. Dyer obviously has spent a couple of days below it and needs to get back above if we are going to resolve bullishly here. But at the moment, we've got a series of patterns here which aren't actually going anywhere. That may change. We're still getting blowback from the weekend coming through, but at the moment, nothing of great significance appears to be happening. So we'll see how that goes. All right, looking at IWM. IWM, again, we saw, hang on one second. On the daily chart, we saw 2 or 3 tests of the daily middle band last week, but it was holding as support, and we've got a potential head and shoulders here, which probably isn't going to be breaking down at the open. So we'll see. I mean, the bearish setup that I was looking at on Friday could still deliver, but I got to say, looking at the charts overall, it may not. Looking at DAX, no current divergence. We made the possible a weak RSI 14 sell signal has almost made the possible near miss target, but not quite. We're testing pretty decent support here at the 50 DMA at 23,101, and at the moment that is holding. Nikkei hasn't had any particular move down, so we never actually made it back to the daily middle band there, or indeed the 200 DMA, which is also there at 38,000. So at the moment, cautiously, this appears to be something of a nothing burger. So we'll see. All right, DAX, DX, we've been rising a bit. Obviously, this is a potential large double bottom with this as double bottom resistance, and this could be a flag. We could be reaching an IHS neckline at the moment, or at least we are reaching an IHS neckline at the moment, and we could form a right shoulder here. No current negative divergence. ZB, again, pretty muted. This tends to react pretty strongly whenever there's any trouble in the Middle East, and this hasn't so far. Might be returning back to retest this high. If it reaches that, that could well be the second high of a double top. CL, we saw a bit of a spike there at the open yesterday, but really we're back in Friday's range now, which is really astonishing. HO went a little higher, got a potential little level top, which is breaking down here on RBOB. Potential little level top 2, but nothing really happening. NQ, we reached that trend line that I was looking at there, and this is the one at 415, and we rejected there so far. I'm watching this carefully. This is a head and shoulders. This is broken down with a target in about 3.45 area, and that could make target. We've got a possible 60-minute buy signal brewing, watching that one carefully. GC, I was thinking this was likely to make the retest the all-time high, which is still brewing, and on the weekend's attack, and it hasn't made it yet. SI, I'm still looking for potential target in the 39 area, but we have this little level top here. We had a buy signal, and that failed. PA, heading towards the double bottom target. I've got that in about the 1090 area. On platinum, we've got possible topping action here, nothing particularly concrete, and HG, didn't really react to the weekend's events at all. This still looks like a large rising megaphone which is trying to break down. Not a great deal to see on anything apart on the currencies apart from the yen, which has broken up out of the potential triangle range and looks as though it's heading back up into this high. This is going up with the dollar, of course. USD CAD, no particular pattern here. 60-minute sell signal hasn't done anything. Australian dollar has made the double top target pretty much, and NZ has definitely made the double top target. But neither of those, I think, are any particular part of the USD index. KC, we've got a 6-minute buy signal fixed. We haven't quite reached the trend line target I was looking at, but it could be. Hang on, wait a second. Got an alternate here. Nope, that doesn't really change anything. So didn't quite reach the target. We've got a 6-minute buy signal fixed here, waiting to see how much of a rally we get. On SB, we're pretty close to declining resistance. Not a great pattern here so far, unless this is a wedge which has underthrown bullishly. CC, bit low for a potential lower bottom, no current divergence. CT, nice little level bottom here. That might deliver. 60-minute buy signal is fixed and hasn't made the target yet. Lumber, still got this very nice looking rising megaphone, which is a likely bear flag in my view. And the next obvious target is the megaphone support in the 600 area. On ZW, we've got 60-minute sell signal fixed and reached a possible trend line here, which I marked in. Waiting to see what happens from here, but obvious support at the monthly pivot being tested at the moment at 575. On corn, we retested the low and we have gone lower. Possible little bit of positive divergence here, but obviously this isn't going to be a double bottom. Soy, we've reached a possible trend line there too, and we're rejecting there at the moment. No open sell signal that made target. On soybean oil, possible topping action. Might be finishing off a head and shoulders here. 60-minute sell signal is fixed and hasn't made target yet. Live cattle, this still looks like a bull flag forming, and lean hogs is just hanging around doing nothing in particular. So we shall see. Oh, and I forgot to look at ZN. This looks like a little level top, but we will see. All right, great. So really, so far in terms of market reaction, Iran is a nothing burger. So I think that may well change, and it remains to be seen what there's a lot of trouble in MAGA here because, of course, Trump did very specifically promise not to enter any foreign wars while he was on the campaign trail. But at the moment, nothing's happening. So we shall see. All right, great. Let's have a look at questions. No questions, so I think it's a wrap. I will catch you guys tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. All right, take care.